Hello my friends and welcome back once again to Brotherhood of the Bat Collectibles. My name's Chris and I'm the Batman statue collector right here on YouTube. And if it is your first time viewing, please consider hitting that red subscribe button. I really think you're going to enjoy the content. And speaking of content, look at this thing. This is absolutely insane. This is the Samurai Penguin from our friends at XM Studios. This is 1/4 scale. And we actually had the prototype of this piece on the channel. It was my very first ever XM piece that I had in the Batcave. And it was such an honor to be able to not only review it for you guys, but just to be able to see it in person. And at the time, I wasn't collecting Samurai. So I, reviewed it, sent it off, and didn't think another thing of it. But then after I started collecting the Samurai line, I fell in love with the line. It's absolutely incredible. You guys truly cannot appreciate this line until you see it in person. It has such an amazing wow factor. But I had been going back and forth. Should I get this piece? Should I or should I not? And at the end of the day, I said, you know what? I'm getting all the other villains. Why not? And I am so freaking glad that I did. It is absolutely an epic statue, but it is massive. This thing is going to take up some real estate in your collection. The crazy thing about this particular piece is, I showed my wife this after we did the live unboxing. My wife said the word wow 7 times. She said, wow, wow. Wow, like she never says that. She never responds that way to my statues. Either she's like, yeah, it's cool, but she was wowed by this. She does feel like it is a little bit different than all the other statues, which I thought was an interesting comment as well. Obviously in terms of scale, obviously, but just aesthetic compared to the rest of the Samurai pieces. Do you guys agree with that? I'm curious. But I did really want to show that wow factor from her because again, it really does make a statement. If other people see this and are not familiar with this art or this character or this samurai line, and they say, wow, you know you have something special here. And that's exactly what I feel like I have. This is a piece that I think a lot of people are going to sleep on. I really think that people are going to be like, oh, I should have got it when I had the chance. I'm talking to you, Dan Default from Wayne Manor North. But anyway, this statue has so much presence and it has so much in terms of storytelling. It is absolutely incredible. Now, of course, I'm going to be reviewing it for you guys today. I've got all of the swap outs, all the details. I'm going to measure it and everything for you and just give you my honest opinion on this piece. But I have to tell you, I am absolutely wowed by it as well. I am so glad that I went ahead and purchased it. And I tip my hat to the artists at XM. They continue to deliver amazing, amazing products. And this one, I'm so glad, landed in the Batcave. So anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and review the Samurai Penguin from XM Studios. Alright guys, so here we go. And just look at this thing. It is insane. It is by far, in my opinion, the most intricate, the most detail of any of the Samurai pieces. This thing is massive. It's way bigger than I remember it being, and it is just very, very cool. Of course, I'll show you all the different swap outs, the weapon swap outs, and things like that. But as always, we like to start with the base, and this is my biggest critique. The snow on this base is not perfect. It is not great. I just feel like it could have been executed better. It is the weakest part of the statue by far. However, if you were looking at the snow, you have a problem. You need to be looking at the actual statue because again, there's so much going on. I do feel like it just could have been done better. Now, I don't know if it's going to show up on camera, but there are some blue undertones. There are, just kind of sprayed throughout. I wish that there was more of that. I think it would have been better. Obviously, again, you have some great details here on the sides with the rock work underneath. That goes all the way throughout the piece. But I just feel like this kind of looks too caked on. It's like kind of like frosting almost to me instead of snow. You can just kind of see it just needed a little bit something. I think it could have been executed a little bit better. But I don't know. I don't know how hard it is to do snow. I know like the sideshow Mr. Freeze, I think it looks a little bit better. It's got a little bit more of that blue undertone to it. And I think that would have helped this a lot, just to have a little bit more blue. But even with that said, again, it still looks cool. It still has a lot of storytelling going on. But if you're looking at the snow, again, you have a problem because, again, there's just so much amazing statue up above it. So that's my biggest nitpick on the statue. Let's look at the other elements. Obviously, you have this great rocket here with the real string, which is cool. You've got this great intricate box right here, which is great. And that, of course, holds this beautiful gem. You can swap it out with a white gem or a blue gem, which I showed you at the unboxing. Again, the great box here I don't know on mine or if everybody's is this way, but I noticed that this is a little bit brighter red than the lid. The lid is a little bit darker. I don't know if that's intentional. I don't know if that's a whoopser. I'm not sure. It doesn't really bother me at all. But, you know, I did notice that when I was putting it together. But again, great detail there. Obviously, you have this great basket here as well, with the fish sticking out with the dynamite. I mean, how great is that? Very, very cool, that wicker basket effect. You also have the trees coming out the base, which is nice, with the snow effect, which is nice. You have these, you know, these are the, you know, the holders for this travel contraption here. Very, very nice, very intricate. And again, these, you can pull these off to help with the depth, which is great, because if you don't have a lot of depth, it doesn't take away necessarily if you don't have these on here. But I mean, if you can leave them on, they're perfect. I mean, they're really pretty, but you can take them off. Here's one of our penguins right here, which is great. I mean, again, it's just fun. It's got great detail. It's got the rockets in his backpack, which is great, as you can see back there. The penguin is painted nicely, I think. Again, these are big, giant emperor penguins. Oops, I just ran into that. Sorry, guys. Which looks great. You have the actual background here. This, you know, the base here. These on the prototype, these were sculpted, but these are actual real tassels that they tied on. I think this looks better. I think the sculpted tassels were just okay, but I do think that those look better. Actually, it makes it a little bit more realistic looking. Look at some of the detail here on the back. Like, it is insane. Now, I do have a light shining on this, so there is a little bit of a, you know, whiteout effect here. But look at, I mean, it's just so intricate. It looks really great. It looks like real hammered iron, or, you know, whatever this is meant to be. It's really cool. This gold inlay. You can see all the penguins. It's very, very cool. And of course the back side, which we haven't had a chance to see the snow yet. I like that they put some snow on the actual base itself here, you know, the piece that keys in, which is nice. Obviously this is actually not, I guess not keyed in, I guess it was actually already installed. Look at some of the detail inside, look at that. Isn't that amazing? Obviously you can put the umbrella inside, you can also put the other pieces. I'll try to get a better shot of that, but you have the penguin hat. There's a safe back there, some gold coins with a lid. It's very, very cool. And then of course that great detail on the back of Penguin himself, which you don't normally get to see. Make sure that's in focus for you guys. There we go. Isn't that cool? And you have this big umbrella hanging there from the top. If you want to, you can take that off if you don't like it. But again, just really incredible detail. Really, really awesome. Here's some of the detail hanging out of the back of the penguin here, the actual penguin, the dynamite sticks and the rockets. Very fun, very whimsical. And then of course as we spin them around, you're going to see again that great detail with the hat and fun paint. A lot of great detail, as you can see. Again, the penguin feet looks cool. Then of course you have this little guy up front with all of these great fish in his backpack, which is a lot of fun. These are all free, you know, freestanding. You basically just put them in the backpack. It would have been maybe nice if that was magnetized. I think that would have been a better thing, but it is what it is. And here you have this penguin, and he is serving up a platter. Obviously on the platter you have kind of like a flintlock pistol, and you also have some sake, which is really cool. I love the detail on the actual vase. That's really neat. All right, let's go ahead and look a little bit at Penguin himself. Obviously you have the great socks and the sandals, which is really cool. Again, on both feet. And then that goes up into some really beautiful detail. I love the purple on this. I think this would actually go really well next to the Joker, because he has some of these great purple elements as well. This is a little bit more purple than even Joker's is. You have this great fabric effect, again, fully sculpted on this guy, which looks amazing. Obviously some great details on the belly area. Really, really cool. One of his swap outs here is the fan. which is awesome. I love the ornateness of that. It looks very, very beautiful. You can also swap it out for him holding the umbrella, which I will show you here in a bit. On this hand, I have chosen to have him hold the, I believe it's katana, so it's kind of like hidden back here. In the assembly video, it showed where you can take the handle off. Mine does not come off, so I don't know if that has just been updated, but it fits in his hand no problem. It just slides right through, and again, that is a different hand swap out right there. So again, I don't know for sure if that's the case, but that's the way mine was anyway. You have a real gold chain around his neck, which again, you can kind of pose if you want to have it, you know, kind of off to the side or something, you can do that. But it is a real gold chain. Portrait number 1, this is my favorite portrait. Looks really great. It's got the monocle, really beautifully painted. Obviously you have the kind of the more traditional samurai looking hair with the bun in the back. You have a real earring in the polystone, which is really nice. I just think that's my favorite. It's a little bit more sinister looking. I just love the way that looks. You have this great kind of feather effect around his top of his coat. Again, great detail all the way through here. I mean, look at that. But very, very cool texture. I don't know how they were able to achieve that. It's really cool. Really well done. So I really like that portrait, like I said. Again, some of the ornateness of the carrier here, which looks really great. Again, great detail across the top. You can see the penguins and just, again, that gold styling, which just is incredible. It's really quite impressive. Really like that a lot. You also, of course, you can see back there you have the umbrella. Now, I talked about it on the live unboxing, but the umbrella itself, the prototype was a plastic umbrella, a very, very heavy, thick plastic umbrella. The prototype that I had, it was broken. It just wasn't going to work. I could tell from there, like, it's like they had a lot of work to do on it. So at the end, they decided to go with this. Now, some people are reporting that this is paper. This is not. This is a fabric umbrella. I actually like it better because you can actually see the design through it. If you look over here at my Poison Ivy, she's got that umbrella up there, but you can't see the details because it's on the back side. So that actually is a paper umbrella, where this is a fabric, and I do prefer this. I think it's really nice. Obviously, it's got some more modern elements, so kind of cheaped out a little bit on that XM, but I don't know if there was a great alternative, to be honest. But I feel like it's a little bit more modern with the metal elements. Again, just slight nitpicks for me, but I do think it was an improvement over what they had at the prototype. Should they have told customers that? Yes, I do think that they should have communicated that. But other than that, I actually like this better. I think it's way more vibrant, and I love that you can see the pattern through it. And of course, if you spin it on the back side, you can see the same pattern, obviously, which is great. This holds the umbrella together. I don't like that this is on there, but whatever. Again, just small complaints from me. You can pose the umbrella however you want. You can put it wherever you want on the back side. Again, I just have it kind of in there at an angle. Again, you can make it more straight, more angled, kind of whatever you want to do on it. Let me spin this around here. Again, so you get kind of the idea of the effect of it. And again, you don't have to have it back there if you don't want to. I don't think it needs it, but it's nice to have. Okay, so this is pose number 1. I want to show you pose number 2 with the different swap outs, and then I will show you the different facial portraits as well. We got 2 more to look at, so let's swap out the weapons first. Okay, so here are our second swap out, basically for the hands. We have this great hand here, which I love because this one actually has this pinky ring on here, which is really fun. Got that diamond on there, and this way he's holding the umbrella. And again, that just kind of is a tension fit. Just lets gravity do its thing. But I do like that look too. But I do think I actually think I kind of prefer the fan. That first look that I had, the fan with the blade. And then the other hand has a more modern look. Of course, he's holding a revolver. So he can still be holding the blade if you want him to. And then have the umbrella, which is probably what I'll do. I'll probably put this gun back in the box, because I like the more samurai look. But that's basically the other look that you're going to get with this. Okay. So let me zoom back a little bit just so you guys can see kind of what that looks like all together with the base and everything. Okay. All right, so now let me show you the other swap out portrait. Okay, let's do that next. All right, so portrait number 2. This is also a very good penguin look. Obviously, I feel like he looks like even more heavy here. You know, it's a little bit more of a snarl face. I don't know if it's a little bit more cartoony to me. It's maybe a little bit. It's still got the monocle, which looks great. Again, let me show you the side profile. It's got more of a regular penguin hair. Doesn't have that samurai hair, but still looks good. I want to show you kind of them side by side so you can see the difference of the two. Hopefully, sorry, got a little bit of shadow there for you guys, but you guys get the idea. Again, I just prefer this one. I think it looks more sinister and more realistic, whereas this one's a little bit more cartoony to me, but I think that they both look really good. Which one do you like better? So again, let me kind of zoom back here so you guys can see kind of what that looks like. Again, just not my favorite, but still works. I mean, you can definitely still tell it's a penguin character, which looks great. All right, so last but not least, we'll have the samurai portrait. So this is the samurai portrait. It is my least favorite, but it's definitely bird inspired, which is fun. You know, it took me a while to like the Joker samurai portrait, and that's what I leave on all the time now. So you never know, I might end up liking this one more than I think right now, but I do like the more traditional penguin look. Kind of this, you know, overlord. But still cool. I mean, the mask is really well sculpted. Again, he's got that samurai type hair, still has the earring and everything else. But very, very awesome, right? Very, very cool. But again, I do prefer that regular portrait. So it gives you an idea of kind of what this is going to look like with that one. I think most people probably won't display this one as much, but that's just my opinion. Okay, so I know now you're probably going to want some measurements, so let's go ahead and get to that. Okay, it's time to do some measurements, and again, these are going to be rough measurements, guys, and so hopefully it gives you at least a little bit of an idea. So I want to give you a couple different options. So from the front of this base, you are looking at, to the very back, you are looking at just about 17 inches deep, okay, which isn't too bad. But if you do add the umbrella, you are going to need to add some extra depth. So look, if we're looking at 17 there, with the back of the umbrella, we're looking at more like 27 inches deep, okay? So you have to keep that in mind, that this is going to overlap the back by quite a bit. If you take off the umbrella, no problem, okay? So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take out the umbrella here. I'm gonna set it off to the side. And again, that gives you an idea that you don't necessarily need the umbrella. It's cool, but if you don't have the room, that's fine. Okay, so I also want to take the depth with these. So, or not the depth, sorry, the width. Okay, so the width from these handles to the handle is about 29 inches. Okay, 29 inches wide, which is crazy. Now, if we take off the handles and just measure where the snow is, because we could take these off. We could take these off, no problem. And if we do that, we're just measuring from the snow now. So from the snow to the other side of the snow, you're looking at about 21 inches wide. So obviously these right here do add some depth for sure. But it also, you know, it just looks really cool if you have them on. So if you have the extra space, then I would say by all means, keep them in there. But if not, you know, 21 inches is a little bit easier to work with for sure. But regardless, it is a wide piece, it is a big piece, but, you know, it's just incredible. So I'm not completely sure if this is where he's going to end up, but I did want to kind of show you what he looks like in the collection. Obviously, some amazing, amazing statues, but here he is. There he is right there. Got Harley kind of peeking out the back. She's kind of hiding here behind old Sideshow Harley. So again, I don't know if this will be his final spot, but he does fit there. Again, kind of give you a pan of what he looks like next to the rest of them. So anyway, I just wanted to show you that real quick before we wrap things up. But he looks cool up there. Looks like he belongs for sure. And thank God he fits on the shelf. He does overlap a little bit, but that's okay. So does Joker. Like my Joker over here overlaps too, so I don't mind that too much. But looks cool. So what I'll probably do is I'll move Harley probably down a shelf. Right now I just got some Sideshow pieces as placeholders, but I'll probably put Harley down here, and I'll probably put Scarecrow up there in the corner when I get him in. So we'll see. But that's what he looks like in the collection right now, at least. We'll see. Alright guys, so there you have it. Again, an incredible look at this incredible penguin from XM. And you know, the crazy thing about this piece is that this is truly the first high-end penguin statue released. We definitely have him as part of Sanity, but this is his first, you know, where he gets to shine as his own thing. And it's very, very exciting to finally have a penguin in my collection. I've been waiting for years. I can't believe other companies haven't done it. I know some are in the works, but good Lord, this thing is freaking awesome. And again, it is massive. It has a lot of storytelling elements, and I am so thankful that I added it to the collection. Again, it is expensive. You know, it's over $1,600 plus shipping. So it is not a cheap piece, depending on where you get it, of course. And I do want to thank our good friend Todd. You know, amazing service on this piece. But from top to bottom, this is an awesome recommended statue. It might not be for everybody. It's not going to be for everybody in terms of space. It's not going to be in terms of, you know, just if you like the samurai line. I know some of you don't like it or don't care for it out there. It's just not your thing. But again, it's one of those things where you have to see this in person to really, truly appreciate what you're getting with this. And I am completely sold with this line. I've been very, very impressed. Again, I want to thank Dan Default and Jeff Delaney for pushing me over the edge, just because it is an absolutely incredible statue and an incredible line from XM Studios. I can't wait to add more. Of course, Scarecrow is next for me. Cannot wait to add him. Of course, Amakar Fong, absolutely incredible sculptor, and I cannot wait to add. And I'm probably going to put Scarecrow probably right near him. We're going to kind of wait and see. I got to figure out where I'm going to put this thing, because again, it is massive. I hope I can fit it in a space that looks good. But anyway, I want to turn it over to you guys. What do you guys think about this one? Do you like it? Is it something that you're going to add to your collection, or have you already added it to your collection? I would love to know down below. But I cannot recommend it enough. I think it's really amazing, and I think, again, I really think it's going to be a sleeper piece where people kick themselves in the butt saying, gosh, why didn't I get it when I had the chance? Anyway, thank you guys so very much for watching today. I really, really appreciate each and every one of you. Hope you're all doing fantastic out there. Please continue to be good to one another out there. Be helpful to your neighbors. And also, if you haven't done so, please subscribe to this channel. I really think you're going to enjoy the content. Otherwise, please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you right here in the Batcave. Bye, everybody. Hey guys, thank you so very much for watching today, and if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button right here on the screen and check out these two awesome videos. I think you're going to love them. And also please join us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I would love to have you join in all the fun. Thank you guys so very much for watching. See you in the Batcave.